Please put your hands together for Farid!
Hello. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Farid. I'm from Trilusion Magic. Am I too loud? No? Okay. Thank you very much for your response. I'm going to tell you a story. Yes, it is magic. Most of us in the freestyle might be doing magic. Okay, this is the first trick that I ever saw, which I saw an uncle of mine do. And this was the trick that inspired me into magic. When I was a very young boy, okay, my uncle would come to me and say, "Hey, Buster," because that's what he used to call me, Buster. He would take a Coke bottle, or in this case, a Miller Lite bottle. He would put it into a paper bag, like so. With amazing grace and confidence, he would wave once, twice, 3 times, and lo and behold, the bottle disappeared. And I could tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was stunned. I mean, not like in a drop dead coma like you guys are, but I was stunned, okay? And he said to me, my uncle said to me, you know what would be more amazing? If I could wave just once, twice, 3 times, and the bottle would come back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first magic trick I ever saw. It inspired me. Okay, some of you might figure out how this trick works. So the next time I saw my uncle do it, I asked him, can you make it more convincing? Because maybe the audience won't like it. So I said, okay, you just wave 1, 2, 3 times, and oh, the bottle disappeared. And 1, 2, 3, and the bottle came back. So that was the first trick. That was the first trick that I ever learned. It actually inspired me to magic. I promised my uncle if I ever joined NUS TalentQuest 08 and when I'm contestant number F07, I will do this trick in front of a live audience and do him proud. So, funeral rites aside. Damn, these stupid props. Here, catch! Watch out, it's glass. Don't touch the bag, it's glass. Okay, yeah, I actually have a real trick to show you. I will angle the mic like so. In magic, there's a technical term called angling the mic like so. It is actually a rope trick. Now, some of you might be familiar with rope, some of the more kicky ones. Some of you might not be. Okay? But this is a family show and this is for everyone. Okay, this is actually the first rope that I bought from a magic shop. The trouble with buying things from a magic shop is that most things are tricky. Because while most ropes have 2 ends and 1 middle, right? This is not 1 piece of rope. This is 1.5 piece of ropes. You see, 2 ropes, 2 middles, 4 ends. But this is 1.5 piece, that's why there's 3 ends. Right? So it got me the first time too. So I told the guy behind the magic counter, hey, you can't give me a rope with 3 ends. And he said, why? Because I usually work with ropes with 4 ends. You see, because when you have ropes with 4 ends, that's right, 4 ends and 1 middle, hey, it seems I'm the only one impressed by this. But hey, you know, if I take 2 of the ends, like so, push it right to the end, take the ends and push it to the end, I get 2 ropes. Which can be a tad confusing for some of you, given the fact that I started with 1 rope, and 1 rope usually looks like this. Right? Yeah. The trouble with these tricky ropes is that you got to watch the ends. Alright? You got to watch the ends because the ends travel. They move from place to place. See, if I have the middle here and the ends here, and I squeeze, and I throw it up in the air, woo! Do you see it go? Right. Okay, there's 1 end here and 1 end here. And the middle of the rope is, well, in the middle. I'll do it again for you, even though no one asked. Woo! See? That's the ends of the rope. And this is the middle of the rope. You really can clap, you know, you don't have to just stay quiet. That's it. Hey, I'm not even asking you to vote, man, but I'm F7, by the way. You don't have to know my real name. So, I'll show you one more thing with this tricky rope. If I were to tie the ends in a knot like so, again, the magic term for that is tying the rope in the ends like that. Okay, you have a closed loop of knot. If you have a closed loop of knot, it will be impossible for you to tie a knot in the middle of the rope like that. You can't do that, okay, when the ends are tied like this. Similarly, conversely, if a through, ergo you can't untie the knot because it will be impossible. See, you have to watch the ends. You really have to watch the ends because sometimes they might just pop off. So here we are. This happens to me a lot of the time. You know, I don't have an excuse not to clap. Alright? So, no, it's okay. Alright, so we have here a rope with no ends. Right? A rope with no ends. And here we have ends with no rope. It's a lonely little fella. What I'll do is I'll just put the ends on the rope. Can everybody see the ends on the rope? Say yeah! Yeah! Say yeah louder. Yeah! Alright, very well. You see the ends on the rope? And when I pull, it is indeed the ends of the rope. Right? But let's be honest. The reason I call it a tricky rope is because this rope does its own tricks. And what it does is if I take the ends and I put it all the way in my back pocket, I say back pocket because I can't say back pocket. That's why I say back pocket. Okay? And we have the middle here. And if I snap, the ends jump over here, the middle jump to my pocket toe, and that's the end of my trick. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm F7. I hope you enjoyed that.